Diddy do it for the algorithm. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Hit that notification
Same.
bell. Did he do it?
Yep.
Did the diddler do it? Did he do it? Now he did. He definitely did do it. That's
Yeah.
so. I want. We're here with. I'm here with Cam. Cam has been eating food. I've been seeing her eat food. That filled me with so much joy. When I clicked the camera and I saw food entering your mouth, I was like, "Yo!" It was like a. It was like a raise in happiness. Like I was like, "Yo, Cam is eating food. Yes."
Yes. Let's go.
But yeah, so
We're on the up and up.
we're here to talk about the diddler, man. So how
Yeah.
what do you so I feel I am a I'm a pretty massive rap fan. So
Hmm.
Diddy is a pretty he's like a fixture in rap music. I mean
Right.
he started Bad Boy Records. He signed Biggie Smalls. He's like the whole if you
Hmm.
listen to any of the Biggie albums, Diddy is just like whispering on there. The whole he's like take like Biggie will be
Hmm.
rapping, he's just like take that, take that, take that. Like that's like his thing. He's just like take that, take
Hmm.
that. But he's important to hip hop. It's like he's a
Right.
legend. But what is your what's your experience with Diddy?
Okay, so I'm familiar with him in the context of like rap. I've listened to some of his stuff. I've listened to stuff that's like adjacent to him, like you were saying, like bad boy stuff. Um, Also, I always have this association with him. This is the there's no way around this. We When I was in I think 6th grade, we watched this movie called A Raisin in the Sun, which is based off of a book called A Raisin in the Sun, or a play. It's a play called A Raisin in the Sun that we also read. But the movie has Sean Combs in it.
I
Um,
was like, who is that? Oh yeah, that's Diddy.
um, and I don't remember what he was credited as in the movie, but I knew he was P Diddy, and my like friend who sat next to me didn't. But I think he was really hamming it up in that movie because my friend thought his performance was like really funny, and so she would always make fun of like Sean Combs, and I was like, "That's P Diddy." I was like, "That's so." It was just very like I don't know. But then like anytime I hear about him, I just think about this person I was friends with in 6th grade being like, "Ha, Sean Combs."
He's the Sean Don.
Um, yeah, but um,
I'm the proud owner of two Bad Boy jerseys.
hell yeah.
I have two bad. I have one that's made of 100% silk that I got for like $300. But I'm like I can never wear this though. Like,
Yeah.
I can I can never wear this again.
What did Kesha just change? She just changed the lyric in TikTok. Is it TikTok or is it? Yeah.
The song is TikTok.
She just changed the lyric, but I don't remember what to.
I saw people like, "What you mean, Kesha? What you
Yeah.
mean, wait, Kesha?
What are
When
you
you say
trying to
that,
say?
what you waking up feeling like, Kesha?"
Hmm.
But
I
Diddy,
definitely. Oh yeah.
so Diddy has taking away the allegations or I mean well the FBI is in what's defense okay if this was like a police investigation I'd be like there could
Hmm.
be like a but the FBI has like what like a 99% conviction rate and they only if they're arresting you that means they've been building up a case for years
Hmm.
and they're like and they're coming in so but taking away like these his like his sexual deviancy.
Uh
Diddy
huh.
as a mogul is a terrible person. Like him as a label
Hmm.
owner, as a person who
Hmm.
like taking advantage of every like there's so many hip hop legends that Diddy has like not paid what they owe
Uh.
or just like owns like all their like their masters and all that like Jadakiss, the Locks, Maze. So the or like the rapper Maze used to write for Diddy all the time, and he
Mhm.
wrote hit albums on his own.
I
And
feel like I heard about this.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like Maze's like best friend was and is Cameron. They have like a podcast together. Cameron, hey, Killer Cam, and so Cam was about to get they were like Cam was in the process of getting signed, and like Maze made it a point to like make it so he would not sign to Diddy, like just because like
Mhm.
he knew like he made sure like Biggie took Cam under his wing to like, and it wasn't Diddy. Like he was like he like made it a point to like because he just didn't want Cam to go through that like as a so beyond that he'll get someone like a hot album one time and then their career will just flop immediately and then they'll never get paid.
Yeah.
Diddy just has huge
Mhm.
predatory business practices. Like he's just a terrible person. Like
Mhm.
taking away the sexual deviancy, he's a horrible person. Like
Mhm.
he doesn't pay his artists. It's terrible. Even before Biggie died, Biggie was trying to get off of Bad Boy Records. There's like a whole conspiracy with
I was
that
about
as
to,
well.
yeah.
But before he died, he was trying to get off of Bad Boy Records as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a thing. But
Yeah.
we gotta. I have some videos. This means I can't edit this. Well, this will be like a 25-minute edit.
I was gonna say, if you need to pass it off onto me, like I can,
Let me see.
I'll do the editing. I'll put the little like subscribe thing at the beginning.
So we gotta watch
Um,
Some Diddy videos. When will this come out? If I, well, some,
well,
some Diddy videos.
I was gonna say I can lock in, but then I'm like, oh, with the medical problems I've been having recently, I don't know. But I don't know. We'll figure that out.
It's
Are we
just,
gonna watch the hotel video?
I mean that was one of them, but this is
Oh,
more like a. Well, let's just see.
Everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
we're talking
Starting to
about
act different, huh?
No,
You
not
ain't, you
really.
ain't been calling me and
you're
hanging out the way
matching.
we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct.
My
Okay.
number?
Yeah, yeah.
Why is so timid?
Oh yeah, we are. I was like, hey, we're both in our Lettermans. I
Yeah.
should. What if I unbutton and I have a bad boy jersey on underneath? I'm like, haha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come
Right
to
here?
LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours.
This is when Justin Bieber spent 48 hours
LA's a
with
little
Diddy at
dusty,
the age of
you know.
15.
Come get the front shot.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna be driving this
Yeah,
next
yeah.
year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right.
No.
16.
No, ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Jess.
Okay.
Let's slow down,
One
okay?
step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I
Yeah.
get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have.
Oh yeah, do you know the thing with Diddy and Usher, bro?
I know a little bit. I know that there is a thing
Yeah,
and that it's sketchy and not good.
so when Usher okay, so in the current day, pop stars aren't really, they're kind of like just random people like from the internet. But in like the 90s, a pop star would go through like a training for maybe like 3 or 4 years, and then they would pop out with a debut. So it was like they would come out and they would already know how to dance. They would know how to like sing live, And you know these
Mhm.
TikTok pop stars, they're just they're just
Mhm.
coming out with bad live performances because you know they didn't go
Yeah.
through the boot camps that they used to go through. So
Mhm.
when Usher was like like around this age, Diddy had legal guardianship of Usher
Jesus.
for many years, and he was living in that house. And like there's interviews where Usher was talking about him, how he was like there was just sex constantly in the house. I'd just be walking around
Uh,
and Diddy would just be having sex with the door open all the time, like and like I was like, man, the Diddler,
the diddler.
Have legal
I
guardianship
was
of
gonna say,
him,
does
but
he
for the
have
next
any like?
bro. What?
I don't know. Does he have? He doesn't have any allegations like in that
Well, there was an
area, does
allegation
he?
that like he has herpes, but I don't know.
Oh well, okay.
That's the only allegations I have heard from Usher. There was like a story where like and many people have like corroborated this where he was like Diddy and his ex-wife Cassie were out to dinner, and it was like Usher
Hmm.
and someone else. They were like all out to dinner together, and like mid dinner, Diddy just slaps Cassie in the face, and
Oh.
like and Usher just acted like it didn't happen and just kept going. Like,
Hmm.
and I'm like, that is a terrible thing, but I feel like that's like a grooming response. Like, if you,
Hmm.
like, if this is how you,
Oh, like it's supposed to like reflect poorly on Usher.
yeah, and
Oh
this,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, even
yeah.
though
I've
this
like, what is
happened,
he gonna?
yeah,
Yeah.
and well, no, and this happened when Usher was an adult. This wasn't like back when he was like a kid, but like,
Oh,
but still,
that's definitely a little worse.
yeah, it's
But
still bad. But I'm like, I guess if this person was like your legal guardian for a long
yeah,
time,
if you grew up like in their care and
yeah,
like you were seeing that all the time, and like, what are you gonna do? Be like, hey, don't do that in front of all these people.
yeah.
I mean, yes, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You
like,
should.
yeah, but if you're in Usher's position, like, I don't know.
Yo, when the Usher
I don't
herpes rumors
even.
came out, the Let It Burn memes I was seeing uh were crazy.
Mhm.
48 hours, he's with me. So, and yeah, and we gonna go
That's so funny
full,
because 48 Hours is
buck
a true
full
crime
crazy,
show.
I'm going crazy.
crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48
Unless
hours?
there's a movie.
48 hours. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang out with some girls.
Oh, there is. Oops. Okay.
Yep. I got. Let me see. I got like a. I have to like look around my microphone to see where I'm clicking. I don't even remember what I downloaded. I downloaded these just.
Yeah, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink
Where you
chance
put my
with you. I
bag
like
at?
when you like this,
Yeah,
Daddy.
yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
Oh,
when you
it's right here,
scrambling
it's
and
right
scraping
here.
for shit.
No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I'll be practicing. I got
You know?
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go with that one.
Make a wish.
That one.
Just blow it out. It's your
No, no.
birthday every day.
Every day's a birthday on Drink
Okay.
Champs. God damn it, I'm in.
Where I look
Did you
look
miss
back on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real? Because I'm
I
saying,
miss-
it seems like a thing.
I
It's
miss
his
partying
birthday
with
party.
Puff, man. I
Man,
miss
but I'm
Are
partying.
those the same glasses, or did you switch to different glasses?
I switched to different glasses.
I was like, you popped up as the boy who lived. I was like, did my eyes deceive me, or I'm like, can't.
Because I like these ones better, but they hurt to wear with headphones. So these are my headphones glasses.
But this
And
video,
yeah, I'm the boy who lived.
this video was like there's a Drink Champs. There's a podcast called Drink Champs with the rapper Noor, and the full podcast has been taken down. You can't find it online. It was taken down like within 24 hours of it being posted. Basically,
Ooh.
there's I feel like you know Fabulous just because of that Eminem bar where he randomly talks about Fabulous for no reason. I was like, why? What did this connect to what you were talking about
Yeah.
before? I mean, I was like, I love Fabulous, but like, why? Why is so
You know,
many
man, I
bars?
play piano.
But so Fabulous was at a party with Diddy. There's like a video of it, and Diddy was just following Fab around the whole night, and you could just see him like drunkenly following him around. And he goes home. I guess this was the aftermath, and he's like, "Why you ain't party with me?" He's like, "I like it when you scraping and scrambling for me, Daddy. I like that. I like that." Like, and this was kind of I guess the aftermath of it. I see this clip on Twitter so often.
About for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother.
Oh, man.
Eyes. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Yo, okay, so check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? I like different personalities. So I was like, I never knew they would become what they are today. But you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, that sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Tyrese kept on
This is a
talking.
fight. This is a Floyd fight, right?
Yeah.
Man, but just scraping and scrambling. That's what always disturbs me the most. The fact that he said, I like when you like this, daddy. Scraping and scrambling for me. And when he mentioned Ray J, that's another thing Eminem mentioned in that. The Ray J and and Fabulous beef. Did you ever listen? Have you ever heard that radio call? That
No, it's funny you say that. I was just thinking. I'm surprised that I've never like looked into that. But
I'm not going to play it on here because one, it's like a 25-minute thing, and there's a lot of problematic language, is what I'll say.
right. Yeah.
But pretty much, he just kept he called the radio just trashing Fabulous the whole time, saying that he's gonna get his booty warriors to get Fabulous like that. But it was. I'm surprised because anytime I've mentioned that, you would immediately quote the whole bar. Like,
When has this ever happened?
it happened, bro. I was like,
Sometimes you just say things about me that I'm like, that's not true.
No,
But
let me pull this.
I
up.
mean, oh no, do you have receipts?
This has to be one take. Can I find this quickly? Can I do it? I just know you and Rap God. The relationship with Cam and Rap God.
How does that verse start? I can fill the time while you look for it, but how does that something on Fab was made Ray J mad? Fab said he looked like a man with his passing one man like play piano. Man, oh man, that was a 24/7 special on the cable channel. So Ray J went straight to the radio station the very next day. Hey Fab, I'ma kill you. And so on.
Let me find this. I know I have a memory. Wait. Oh wait, okay, I'm about to send this to you.
Oh no.
I'm about to send this to you right now.
Am I about to get caught?
This is more editing. I'll have to put this on screen and stuff if I remember. Then this whole this whole time won't even make sense. What have you seen of the Diddler?
Not a whole lot. I saw the hotel stuff when that came out. That's really funny. I don't remember that.
I tweeted this. I was like, still don't know why Eminem talking about Fab being mad at Ray J and Rap God. Like, why?
And man, oh man, if that wasn't 24/7 special on the cable channel. I was about to start conflating. We can return to this, but do you know about Mark Robinson? He's the lieutenant governor of North Carolina.
No.
He's got a bunch of like sexual deviant stuff that just came out about him. And I keep because I was reading a lot about that in my head, I'm like conflating these two things. But yeah, I don't know. I know there were freak offs. I know there was a lot of baby oil.
I'm not laughing at the freak offs, just the fact that freak offs is in court documents. The fact the fact that freak offs, someone is gonna stand and read that out loud. So, did you conduct freak offs? Like someone is going to read this out loud. The fact that over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, like how? I'm like, one bottle of baby oil can last generations, bro. Legit, I used to, because I had like really I still have really sensitive skin, but as like a kid, my
Mhm.
skin was like super sensitive, so I had to like put baby oil on. And
Mhm.
I tell you, one bottle lasted a good
Yeah,
4 years.
forever. Also, baby oil in a sexual context, not a great idea. I'm here as the resident sexpert. Not that I am, but I am always if you
Cam is the lube
as
lieutenant.
I was yeah, we were texting about this like yesterday or 2 days ago. Every time there's a sex scene, if y'all are familiar with the Two Scoop Sexy YouTube channel, whenever there's a sex scene in a movie that we're watching, I'm always like, "Where's the lube? No lube."
Which is hilarious
And
because when have you ever seen a sex scene where there's a dedicated shot of them like
there was one.
them taking
One of
some
the
lube?
sex scenes that we watched, there was a lube shot. I don't remember which one,
I can't
but
I can't recall in general. Like I can't recall a scene in unless it was like a point that they were doing something freaky, but like a
Mhm.
general like where they're like they start kissing then the clothes come off. There's never a
Then they
shot of
take off like the KY.
there's never a shot of that. Like um,
Yeah. Maybe we saw was someone like spitting in their hand. That's possible. But
I mean
anyway,
is
yeah.
that that's not enough?
Yeah, that's got its own problems, but it's something. But yeah, baby oil, it's like it's bad for the pH levels and it's bad for condoms and it'll like it's just anyway. But if you're just oiling people up, which they presumably were for
I feel
freak
like he
off,
was just
I mean,
full body oiling. Like
yeah,
he was just living like a Roman emperor, bro.
right.
That's what
But
Diddy was
yeah,
out here.
honestly, it's like not archaic isn't the word I'm looking for. It's like yeah, pre-modern,
Yeah.
the kind of stuff that it sounds like they were doing. But um, yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
These a freak off. I hate I hate the term freak off.
I don't entirely under like what I'm imagining is like just a circle of people and then like a group of people in the middle or like a couple people in the middle. I can't conceptualize like what a freak off is. Maybe they've had descriptions of them that I haven't seen.
did
How
what
would you describe it?
did you read the court documents, bro?
I think I did, but I don't
So Diddy
remember.
was having people freak off so professionally that
Oh, right. There were
that
yeah,
they were like
that he was hiring sex workers.
that they were having to like pump like they would be so worn out and exhausted and Diddy would like
Mhm.
pump them with IVs or like
Mhm.
have them do cocaine to
Right.
power back up,
Mhm.
Tony Montana. And
Yeah.
so I guess the freak off was like who can be the freakiest? Like which I
Uh-huh.
guess the winner would always be Diddy in that circumstance. But
Yeah.
I guess that's what the freak off is. It's like a rap battle, but a freak.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what I was wondering was I was like, did he like how much did he partake in it versus just like he would make other people do it so he could watch.
Oh
But
yeah, Diddy he's a sex trafficker for sure.
yeah.
He was having his wife get with. Is it sex trafficking if you're hiring prostitutes to like?
Yeah. Well, are they all hired? Because if I remember from the court documents, it would be like he would bring in like hired male sex workers to do stuff with just like women that
Yeah.
he had. So I would say yes. If the women aren't willing participants necessarily.
But I mean, is he
I don't
paying?
remember. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
Is are you a sex trafficker if you're paying prostitutes to sleep with someone else? But I mean, because you're losing money, you're not gaining money from this. I
Mm.
feel like you have to be like pimping, like, because Diddy is just the ultimate trick. Like, if that's the case, he was just tricking to the end.
Let's see. Trafficking is just dealing or trading in something.
Oh,
So, hmm. Recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of people through force, fraud, or deception with the aim of exploiting them for profit.
Okay.
I imagine he was probably profiting, like big picture,
Yeah.
even if he was paying the sex workers. I don't know. I don't really know the. I'd have to see the books.
This is
I'd have to
why
see Diddy's books.
I mean I believe I'm a pretty chill guy and I would never become this. But like when you get so much money, I'm
Hmm.
like cuz you don't just become this in a moment. I feel like this is like a build up like of of
Yeah.
like years of turning into this. Like
Hmm.
how like is this like cuz you know people have like their interest
Hmm.
and then but say you get to a point where like you can literally have whatever you like so often and so easily that it's not even special anymore.
Yeah, you
It's
just
like
become habituated to it,
yeah, so
and then
then
you need more.
you like you just keep pushing like higher and higher to the next level. I'm like is just this the route that all like people at the Diddy cuz Diddy is like billionaire status. He's like
Hmm.
hundreds. He's not like just a typical like celebrity. He's like hundreds of millions like
Yeah, I do think that there's an element of like, lots of people are sexually deviant, which is not inherently a bad thing. Um, I guess depending on how you define deviance,
yeah.
but
Isn't deviance
um,
just like straying from the norm?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because part of this is like, I took a class about deviance last semester, sociology of deviance, and it was sort of like understand part of it was understanding deviance as like not a charged term, that like deviance is just sort of straying from like hegemony or whatever. But okay, lots of people are sexually deviant. Not everyone has the means to be as sexually deviant as they perhaps want to be, and or as they get those means they discover that there's more and more that they want to do. And I guess what I'm getting at is that like, from what I've seen and like from what I understand, sexual deviance is not uncommon in the world of like the mega wealthy. Not in like a QAnon conspiracy theory way, just in like a, they have a lot of money and they have like sex parties and stuff and
Yeah.
they do illicit things. And um if I recall, because I was just reading about this yesterday, about like in the context of Mark Robinson and how he's like super, he had a lot of weird sex things. Um and how like the, sorry to make this political, the Republican Party was
Oh
sort
man,
of
it's a
complicit in
cam
that.
video.
Can you believe it? Can you believe I'm talking about politics? But the Republican Party sort of like campaigning against sexual deviance, but then being like tacitly okay with it.
Yeah.
Um, when it's within their own like circle. And so there was this representative named Madison Cawthorn who came out and was like, "Hey," basically like saying the, I don't, not really saying the quiet part out loud, but just sort of revealing this poorly kept secret where he's like, "Hey, they all campaigned against sexual deviance, but they're actually all doing sexually deviant things." And then they were like, "Hey, so are you, and you're not going to get reelected because we're going to out you for like everything." So where did I get to oh, just that rich people are freaky is my thesis statement.
They're fans. He's a fan.
They're
He's a fan. He's
fans.
a fan.
They're fas, as I would say.
You can't even say the acronym.
Yeah.
You can't even say NWA. You just have to say WA.
WA. PWA. People with
People
attitude.
with attitude. I just feel like once you get that money, man, I don't know.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
if you can get anything, and I feel like it doesn't always like show itself through sex. I guess. I guess it could be anything. Like you'll like you know, some people it's like drugs or like anything that like that that they used to do in moderation that they don't
Mhm.
have to do in moderation anymore. Uh,
Yeah.
like that you have a limitless supply of, and you're like, oh, now I can just feel it all the time now. So
Mhm.
so why would I not feel
Why
it all the
wouldn't
time?
I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Crazy.
Like I don't know. I don't want to be rich. Not that I
Yeah.
feel like I would do anything. I'm just a. I feel like I would just be at. I still would be doing the same thing. I'd just be at my house because I don't
Mhm.
have no. I just want to be at home playing video games. Really, that's my.
Mhm.
That's my goal in life. Is just
Yeah.
play all the games. But I'm like, I mean, what? How far could that go? What if I'm like become one
Mhm.
of them?
Yeah, I think there is an element also. I was listening to someone talk about this recently about like when you don't have a lot of money, you have to be more reliant on like your community and like
Yeah,
building networks of people versus like when you have a lot of money, you have the potential to become a little bit more like antisocial in the sense that you don't think the same way of the people around you, so you kind of just
yeah,
yeah, I don't know,
yeah.
like dehumanize them a little bit, and then you start having freak offs in your hotel room.
Start having with the fact that
Yeah.
you was. I mean, he was Tedros up in
Yeah.
here. Diddy was
Yeah.
Tedros up
He
in
was
here.
Tedros. He really was. They should have had Diddy in the Idol.
I was just
And
looking
just,
through our text to see if there was anything I said about Diddy, and I'm
mhm.
just seeing that Charles guy or whatever Charlie.
Oh God, Charlie Kirk.
I'm like, get this guy away from me.
He's such a woof. He's a looker.
Dude,
He's got
Charlie
quite.
Kirk looks like I don't know. He looks like he was created in a video game. Like when you're trying to create a character
You're
in a game.
just like turning up the. You're like turning the
Yeah,
knobs.
I'm gonna make the forehead really big, and I'm gonna make like everything weird. Like when
Yeah,
I'm
sliders in every weird direction.
like some people
Someone just
they
screwing around in the Sims character creator.
yeah like some people when they play a game, they're like I want my character to be so beautiful. I'm gonna spend like I hate when I'm trying to see what a new game is like. I'll be like, what's this new RPG? And I look up a gameplay of it, and the first 45 minutes is just them on the character creation screen. I'm like, dude, I'm
Mhm.
like, just play the
Just
game.
get on with it.
Or
Yeah.
like watching someone like you'll see like a friend bought a game. He's like, hey, want to watch me play it? I'm like, all right. I'm sitting next to them on the couch, and an hour goes by, and they're just sliding dials. I'm like, nigga, like, I'm like, come on, bro. You know what I do? I make my character look as disturbing as possible. I make him balding. I make him ugly. I make him like yellow and green, and I'm like, all right. And I name him something like. Lately, I've been naming all my characters spices. Like my last character was allspice,
That's funny.
and the before that it was paprika, and another one was like cayenne or so. Like they've just been spices. Like, but
That was back when there was like one video game channel that I watched in like middle school. That was what they always did. They would just in the character select, they'd be like, "All right, let's just give like the biggest mouth and the tiniest eyes and
that's
name it
what I love to do.
Snurf."
That's what I love to do. I've never like
Mhm.
had to make my video game character. Well, first off, up until I want to say 2015 to 17, the black customization in games was not accurate.
Mm.
So there
Mhm.
was there was like there was like white hairstyles, hundreds of them, but we just had
Mhm.
like the short hair, the fro, or some braids. That was
Mhm.
all we had. So there was not much going on in that way, and it was like the detail in the face. There wasn't much you could really do. So
Mhm.
it wasn't for me up until recently. So I wonder if I
Mhm.
was like a kid and I could actually create me. Like, would I have? Would I spend
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
45 minutes trying to create myself? But that's what
Yeah,
he's looking
bro.
like, bro.
I forgot how we got to that. Yeah. God, that one video of him, I can't remember what he said in that video. He's something about a baby. And then he gives her that weird
he's
grin.
like,
And
he's like,
she's like, She's like, that's creepy. And he's like, it's creepy when I, or he's like, you think smiling is creepy? And she's like, no, your smile is creepy.
He looks like a demon. I don't know, like a
Yeah.
possessed, like someone that was like created like from like evil. Like I will
Hmm.
create a spawn. Like like created from forces of evil. Like that's when I look at him.
That's about right.
But
He's a freaky dude.
but the diddler, dude. There's so wait. I had.
Diddler.
Let me see.
Yeah, I know. You had your whole lineup.
Let me see. There was another diddler. Oh yeah, I guess the one was the hallway video. Was it the
Mm.
hallway?
Can we like put this in the Jesus?
The fact that he was able to run down the hall, throw and
In
kick
a
her
towel.
without the towel falling, that means he's done
True.
this before. That means
Yeah.
he's like a professional. I hop out the shower and
Yeah.
I and this is what I do. Like
Hmm.
that kick to the head. I don't even think we could show this honestly, but
That's what I was gonna. Yeah.
but I mean we can.
Jesus.
Oh, he's dragging her by her hair. That's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. The most okay. I'm not saying like him like beating isn't bad, but the most disturbing part of this to me is the fact that like he like throws her and then takes her stuff and then
Hmm.
goes back. Like so he's trying to
Yeah.
make it so like you can't leave. Like I'm keeping like I'm taking your stuff back with me. Like
Yeah.
that's the disturbing. Did you see his apology of this he made when he was like in
No.
he was like in another country, which you could tell. I was like, I know this is a country with no extradition because he was in another country. And he was like, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what came over me. Like he was just like, yeah.
God. Now I'm just looking. I'm like, what is Cassie up to? And she's married now, so that's nice.
People were like, people were like upset. I remember when this came out. I'm not. It's crazy. Like the switch up I've seen. So I feel like Diddy abusing Cassie has been like a thing that's like a rumor in the community
Hmm.
for like a good maybe like the past 5 or 6 years. It's been like a thing where he like you know how rich people can just get everything to settle and they don't have to actually
Hmm.
face for their crimes. But
Hmm.
like for this whole time up until recently, people thought there was a lot of people that thought Cassie was just lying. They're like, "Why are you trying to take money from Diddy?" They're like,
Hmm.
if he really beat you, why are you coming at his money like this? Like,
Hmm.
which and like I've literally seen like I've seen people screenshot like pro Diddy accounts become anti Diddy, and they're like, we saw you last year, like like we saw you last year.
Yeah.
It's crazy how everything changed when like like people realized that he could be gay. Like it seemed people were more upset with him being gay. Like when people thought he was just
Yeah.
doing abusing women or sexually abusing women, people were like, okay. But when people were like, "Oh, he's gay," they were like, "Oh no, like,
Yeah.
I
They're like, I
can't
can
ride with
tolerate
this."
wife beating, but I draw the line at gay.
And like, man, that's a wild thing in the black community. The fact that like people are more accepting, like people will, like you could be a rapist, you could be a abuser, you could be a killer,
Mm-hmm.
but like people are more socially like will socially rock with you if you do that. But if you're gay, they're like, nah, like I can't stand by that. Like you
Didn't that
being
happen to
weird out
someone
here.
else recently, or was it just Diddy and I'm not remembering? Like someone else who had a bunch of like charges against him that no one cared about, and then he was exposed as possibly being gay, and people were like, "Oh, canceled." But I don't remember who it was. I don't know. Maybe
I
I'm
gotta take
totally
this
off.
off. It's too warm. And my computer is so warm.
I'm just looking at pictures of Cassie.
But that's
She's so
crazy.
many ethnicities. This is
What
so
is
random.
Cassie?
I'm just looking at her Wikipedia, and it's African American, Mexican, West Indian, and Filipino descent.
She's everything.
Because I was like, she has such like, I was like, what? She has such like, she's really pretty, but I was just
Yeah.
like, what is her look? It's lots of things. That's so fun. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
I wish I could.
Um.
I feel like they've all been deleted, but like I want to say 2 years to a year and a half ago, Twitter was all on the I don't trust Cassie. Twitter was, dude, it
Yeah,
was a thing. People were shaming Cassie. They were like,
I'd believe
it
it.
was like a literal, like, it was, and then, but then once the gay rumors came out, people kind of switched
That's crazy.
to her side. They're like, we accept that, but now that he's gay, we understand. Like,
Yeesh.
it's kind of like I've not watched. I've only seen 4 episodes of Euphoria. I
Hmm.
don't think Euphoria is a good show. I don't. I think Euphoria is shot well,
Yeah.
and the soundtrack as well, and the lighting as well. But like the writing, the character motives, the plot lines, uh, some of the acting is good. some,
Hmm.
some some of the acting is good, but I don't think, like, people are like,
Yeah, it is. Like, you
especially if
should
you,
watch it on mute. That's the
yeah.
actually not on mute because the music is good too. Yeah, it's like it's good in spite of Sam Levinson, who makes it quite bad.
Especially if you watch an actual good show. Like, I remember I like had recently finished The Sopranos, and then I
Uh
put
huh.
on Euphoria, and I was like, oh man, like, this is just not even this
Hmm.
this is not even, this is just shock value, the show. Like,
Yeah.
this is, but like, you know how people were all calling Nate Jacobs, there was like a bunch of people were calling him gay because like
Yeah.
he is like, well, I mean, he had a whole, but he was, because he wanted to like hook up with a transgender woman. But I'm like, I mean, that's a whole other argument where people are like,
Yeah.
that's a dude. But I've seen people who are like a lot of women who have like
Uh huh.
LGBT in their bio, or like present themselves as allies, who keep
Hmm.
like, who say like, no, he's gay because of this. I'm like, no, I mean, he's very toxic, but he's
Hmm.
attracted to a woman. Like, like, he is attracted to a woman.
I feel like there was more to the Nate thing, but I do also feel like it was all problematic. Like there was like insinuation of abuse from his dad, but it's like, okay,
Yeah.
that doesn't make someone gay. Like that's not how that works. And then I feel like he might have had feelings for some male character, but I don't remember. That feels like it was like 10 years ago, like watching that show. But I don't know. Yeah. It's a weird trope. It's like a weird villain trope where it's like, oh, he's secretly gay. Let's not. Let's not do that actually. Kind of a tired old narrative.
I hate the whole like, this person is secretly gay. Like,
Hmm.
or I hate the bully that, like, I see this trope in media so often where like the bully is like this way because he's secretly gay. I'm like, this spreads a bad
Yeah.
message. That
Hmm.
like people just become angrily violent because of this. Like
Disclosure. There are probably other documentaries too, but Disclosure is a decent documentary about portrayal of LGBTQ plus people and narratives that have pervaded for like ever about, oh, being secretly not straight or not cis is like the motivation for a villain. Like that's let's not. I don't know.
But man, 1,000 bottles.
Is there?
I keep thinking of 1,000 bottles of
Yeah.
baby. Imagine seeing 1,000. Imagine walking in
I
a
was just
room.
gonna say like the physical space that 1,000 bottles of baby oil would take up.
Did he buy this all at once, or was it like over
Yeah,
time?
true. Did he have to
You
like find them in bulk, or was he like sending? He's like, all right, you go to CVS and you go to Walgreens, and you go to Target. And all you need you to buy all of the baby oil that they have.
you'd think at that point it'd be like you'd get like a wholesale sort of like a
He's gotta have gotten them wholesale.
you'd get no I mean you'd get like
Out to
a
like Johnson and
large
Johnson. Oh, like an industrial like tank of it.
like a gas station like
Yeah.
just all right oil up like
Mhm.
just a gas station for that man. But
That's weird to think about. Like, yeah, baby oil bottles are like, I don't know, this big, and just to have a bunch of like little ones. I don't know.
it's crazy, man.
That's crazy. I don't know.
See, I feel
Were there
like I
more?
said there's a lot,
Yeah, I was gonna say more videos in the queue.
but I think that'll be the last because
All right.
I know I'm not gonna. Well, I can't even put that last one in because that was
Yeah.
just. I mean, I guess I could put it in and then put like a blur over top of it, but like,
Hmm.
did he run? Did he like running down that hole? That it's just really
Hmm.
disappointing. Not that I feel like a black person has to, because I hate when black people are like say I do something like wrong and they're like now you holding us all back. I'm like I do not
Hmm.
have to represent every black person. Like it is not on my shoulders to be
Hmm.
representative of all black people. But like Diddy, man,
It
but,
should be, but
but
yeah.
I'm like you're Diddy, like you're like
Yeah.
there's not that many people in Diddy's position, like black people who own a record label, who like are like responsible for that's like who's the other hip hop mogul who owned Def Jam record who owns Def
Oh.
Jam
Oh.
he was in Run
Um.
DMC. I can't think of his name,
Um. Um.
but he got
Yeah.
charged. Then he just fled the country. So he literally just fled the country. Like
Oh wait, was it Russell Simmons?
yeah, Russell
Or
Simmons.
yeah.
Yeah. So he got charged with with a whole bunch of things, and then
Hmm.
now he just lives in a country with no extradition. He sold all his stakes in Def Jam, and then just dipped. Like he was
Mm.
just out. Like he did. Who was that one director who did that? Who forced somebody, and then now he just lives in France because if he comes
Oh,
and
is
he
that Roman
still
Polanski?
yeah, and he still makes movies, but he just can't like
Uh huh.
like there was and he still will be get Oscar nominations and wins, and they
Hmm.
just won't. It's just like he
Yeah, a
can't be
few
here to
years ago,
accept
they
it.
like I can't remember if he was nominated or if he won the Lifetime Achievement Award in some award show, but he like couldn't come and accept it, and people were lamenting that.
Yeah, because he's a convicted rapist in
Yeah,
in America.
crazy, crazy,
That's
crazy.
crazy. Like to just dip away, like, and he was
Mm-hmm.
in because the third Rush Hour movie takes place in France, and he's in that movie. I'm like, man, and that movie was directed by another guy who's got charged. I think his name is Brett Radner or
Oh
something.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Wait.
just the way. That's just the way of power, dude. I don't. You know what? Keep this money away from me. I don't.
Oh God, Russell Simmons met his wife when he was 34 and she was 16.
Yeah. Have you seen Dane Cook's
Uh,
wife?
yeah.
He met her when
Well,
she was like
nice.
16. No,
Ugh.
they married.
Did they
They
meet
were
earlier? I guess that makes
so
sense, yeah.
he
I know he
told the
married her
story,
when she was 19, because I think I was also 19 when that happened. And I was
and
like,
he
ooh?
and he said married his longtime girlfriend. But so
Yeah.
he was telling a story of he was at a game night like with one of his friends, and like the daughter was there. And she was like 16 or 17 at the time. So And he was like, and we
Oh,
just hit it off. I'm like, dude, I am 27, and I'm not hitting it off with a, with a. I
I was gonna
can't think
say
of. I'm not hitting it
when I
off
go
with a
places and I meet
16-year-old.
like college freshmen and sophomores, I'm like, oh my god, you're so young. I can't imagine hitting it off with this 16-year-old.
That's how I would be. That's how I was looking at you when I first. Because you were like 19.
Hmm.
I mean, you've like grown. You still look pretty much the same, but like,
Yeah.
but like when I first, I was like, look at this young one. Like, I was like, kid, like,
Small child. Well, actually, I was born in 1980. Don't you know?
yeah.
I'm 44.
You're 44 years old.
I just moisturize every day.
That one, I love that people. That's how I know that people, like when they get mad at my comments, I'm like, they think I'm being serious when I when I say things. I'm like, I feel like I'll say something that's clearly like a joke. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
this is clearly a joke. Like wait, let me just go to my comments. I feel like there has to be
Mhm.
an example right away. But this okay, this might well I guess this could be its own topic, but it's something
Mhm.
like I have realized with like women like or like people who like people or like people of color or like other people view as not as intelligent or something where they're like people say women aren't funny, but it's more so like a woman or someone will say like something that's obviously a joke, and then people will
Mhm.
take it seriously like, oh, what are you talking about, that's and then but it's because like they don't think that the person is intelligent enough to like to say that as a joke. Like they
Mhm.
don't think the
Mhm.
person saying that is can think deep enough
It's
to
gonna be on
like
that level.
so they don't so they're taking like the things that like well like us in videos are saying as like this is what we mean. Like we're not like we're meaning this fully. Like this isn't a joke.
Mhm. Nice.
Oh, yeah, just like you in Taxi Driver. Like when you were like, what was that thing with that they
Oh,
were
yeah.
freaking
Sorry, I
out
got
about?
distracted looking through Dane Coast's wife's Instagram. And we just like went silent. Yeah, in Taxi Driver, when I said, what is something really reductive about the movie that I could say that would piss people off in the comments? And then I go, I can't believe he said the N word. And then everyone in the comments was like, God, that's so reductive. Why would you say that? I am angry. And I was like, what?
It's literally because of that. Like people, they don't think like they don't view you as intelligent enough
Yeah.
to like to formulate that as a joke. So they take it as
Even
serious.
when I say out loud that that's what I'm doing, it's not enough.
But like
Yeah.
I guarantee like if I don't know their favorite like alt right YouTubers like, oh, I can't believe Martin Scorsese said the N word in Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
They would laugh.
They'd be like,
They'd be
ha ha
like,
ha.
oh, a good one, right wing guy. But
Mhm.
because it's you, they're like, she can't mean that. Like,
Yeah. They're like, she's woke. By the looks of her, she's woke.
she's too woke.
She looks like she has an identity. That was what this one caller in this like political radio show, he'd be like, he would say someone who has an identity, which was his way of saying like someone who's not a white man. Where
Oh,
he'd be like,
okay.
oh, hmm?
This is
Yeah.
something recent. So recently we watched The Wizard of Oz, which did really. I think it has like how many views does The Wizard of Oz have? It has a lot.
Mhm.
Is at like 5,600 views. So yeah, but we watched that. It's got like over 100 comments. But there was like a moment when like Judy Garland was singing. It was like she sings really good. Her voice is really good. I was like, I hope that's her, and not like a dub like an anime. And it was just something
Mm,
I just said. And dude, the
yeah.
comments, that is Judy Garland's voice. Like I was like, why would I genuinely think that there was an anime
Yeah.
dub of this? Like, I was like, why do you think I genuinely think this?
Also, though, like that's not out of the. I mean, I guess it was a little early for that, but like movie musicals dubbing in
Yeah.
their vocal, that's not like uncommon. Like
Or
that's not a crazy thing to say.
when we were watching Casablanca, there was a when when they were like offering to when like Rick was trying to sell his bar, he was like, "Does Sam come with the bar as well?" Like that black piano
Oh
player.
yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, "Yo, he's trying to sell a black man." And then and
Mhm.
I knew people would take that seriously. That's why I cut. And I was like, I know some 50-year-old white person in these
Yeah, I
comments
remember.
is going to say that you think this is serious. It was a joke.
Joke.
There were still people who commented. Who were like,
Yeah.
someone was like, maybe us 50-year-old white people because we don't believe it. Like I was like, dude, like how?
Yeah.
I can literally tell you that this is a joke, and like they still don't believe it.
Yeah. Where did that happen? There was some video recently, and I can't even remember what the comment was. I just have this image in my head of it was a timestamp from a video, and then just like lines and lines and lines of all caps text being so angry about it. And I was like, what? Okay, can we calm down?
Was this
Like,
for your video or
take a sip. It
someone?
was one of my videos. I don't remember which one. They're like, how about you think about things before you say them? And I'm like, how about you like take a drink of water, maybe like get a snack. I don't know, cool down a little bit.
I gotta see. You don't post that often. I'm like, I could
I
easily
don't,
found this.
yeah. But I do get like I have a oh my goodness. I have this old video about the primary colors that for some reason gets comments like every few weeks. I made it in like 2018 and people are like, "You don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess."
A lot of hate I get. I'm like, I know it's just because like there's a lot of I've gotten like the monkey emojis. I'm like, okay, this is
A lot of
because
what?
I'm black. Like I've gotten like the monkey emojis. I'm like, this is just because
Oh,
I'm black. And there's like
yeah.
a whole thing where like they specifically when we make videos together. Or like whenever I've made videos with white women, they're like, "What are you spending time with white women for?" Like
Mhm.
there, there's like a seated like a deep seated hatred or jealousy. I think they feel. I'm like, this is
Mhm.
just a friend. I'm like, you can
Yeah.
be friend with white women as well. Like you can do this too.
Yeah. It is funny. I remember there being one probably on something you said about alpha males in a video with me where it was like, keep waiting around, maybe she'll sleep with you. And it's like you're playing a weird game talking to someone who's like, let's see, how far? I'm actually let's calculate.
What from
Um
Chicago to
where you are, yeah. Um let's see. 420 miles, let's go. But like playing a long game with someone who's 400 miles away,
That's not even
being like,
worth it, bro.
"Oh, so yeah, like what are you even doing at that point?" I had someone say that to me about
You're like,
incidentally about my friend who lives in Cleveland, where they were like, "Do you think he's just like trying to sleep with you?" I'm like, "Well, if he is, he's not. He doesn't have a good plan going because he's in Cleveland." Like,
that's like a. I mean, the thing is, there are guys that do that. Like
yeah,
that is a thing that, especially like the people in those incel comments who,
yeah.
they're saying it because they do it
How
themselves.
long? True. They're just projecting.
They're saying
Do
it
they do it
because
long distance? Like, are they trying to do this with people who are hundreds of miles? I mean, maybe, probably. I don't know.
I'm like, the long game in general is like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like just be honest, like
Hmm.
just honesty. But yeah, oh yeah, I saw that. Like I feel like it's just a black man, me, being having like consistent communication with a white woman just angers them. Like
Yeah.
what was that comment? So have you guys slept together yet?
Mhm.
Like they're like this. I'm like that's what it is. They
Yeah.
just hate it. They can't stand
They're
it.
just
They can't
just
stand
fuming and foaming at the mouth.
it.
Yeah. I don't know.
And they don't know.
Could
I
get into
wonder,
the.
huh?
Oh yeah. No,
I
go ahead.
wonder if they knew like. Well, I feel like you've had a pretty open, especially on my channel. I feel like I bring up Judaism at some
Mm,
point in every video we're in together. But
yeah.
your Jew reveal after what? How many years were you on YouTube before? Like
Yeah.
20.
I've been on. Yeah.
your
Been on
your
YouTube for 20 years.
yeah your Jew reveal
Was
was on our
on your
first video together.
wasn't our first video. Yeah.
But you, to be fair, you brought it up. I didn't know you were Jewish. You you
Mm-hmm.
brought it up yourself. We were watching Glee, and that was a plot line, one of a character being Jewish, and you were like, I'm Jewish. I was like, whoa, you Jewish? I didn't know this.
Funny. I was up with my roommate. This is like I've lived with this person for over a year now. I mean, not like straight because obviously like, we were home for the summer, but it's my second year living with her, and we were just like up yapping, and I was showing her my friend had posted like on his private story like a video of some club that he was at, and it looked so like boring. It just looked so like it was so weird, and I was saying he looks like he's at a bar mitzvah, and my roommate was like, it's called a bat mitzvah. And I was like, well, actually it's both cuz like it's just a gender thing. So my brother had a bar mitzvah and I had a bat mitzvah, and she was like, "Wait, you're Jewish?"
You've been
And I was
see.
like, "Yeah."
I think it's the last name. Baba does not. I've never.
Yeah,
You're
cuz
like you're white passing.
yeah.
You're white passing, bro.
It is kind of fun. I was about to be like I just like am white, but then I'm like, yeah, like cuz on my mom's side I'm Jewish, on my dad's side I am Iranian, which in and of itself is like, okay, Israel isn't synonymous with Judaism, but to a lot of people it is. And Israel and Iran don't exactly get along. Um, but also like, yeah, I'm like, I just am white. But then I see like my dad's side of the family, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't know.
So you're
It's just
half
funny.
you're well I don't know. I'm like is Jewish a race? Like if you took a DNA test, would
Only,
it
only
say
to sketchy people. It
like
would. I think it would say
would it
like
say Jewish?
Ashkenazi Jewish, but the only people who say that Jewish is a race is like Nazis. Like,
But so like you're Iranian, which I mean that's
mhm.
just Caucasian basically. Like isn't Iranian pretty much just Caucasian?
What are the Caucasus? I can't remember because Caucasian is actually like, if I recall, an inval. Yeah, people with origins in Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa.
Yeah.
So yeah, by the technical definition, but it's an obsolete racial classification based on a now disproven theory of biological race. Oh, I didn't know that was in the Wikipedia thing. That's kind of cool. Um, but yeah, yeah, even like when if you're filling out like a form and it asks for your race, it'll say like white and then like in parentheses, like this includes Middle East and North Africa. So it's like I can't even try and like fudge it and pretend I'm something else because the Middle Eastern part of me just is called white. But
You're white. You're just white. When I
I'm
fill out
white.
documents, I just put black. Like I don't put anything else
Mm.
but black. I'm just like black.
You don't say Blasian?
I mean, I'm like black Japanese. I'm mostly black. I'm half black, and my
Mm-hmm.
dad
And the
is
quarter Japanese.
is half Japanese and half
Mm-hmm.
Scottish. So
Mm-hmm.
and like fresh, like like when I did you ever do that ancestry DNA thing?
No.
I did that.
Have you?
Oh yeah. Wait. Could I pull that up? Is this a thing I should? Let me see. Let me go to ancestry. Let me sign in. Oh yeah, I did it, and like I was able to track my Scottish family back really far, but
Oh, interesting.
I was able to track them back to like the 1600s. Oh, okay, yeah, I still remember my login. Let's see. Wait, where is it? Oh yeah, and it's cool because it tells you it tells you who you're related to based on everyone say someone in another country who's related to you took the test. It'll be like you're connected to this person, and you could
Oh, that's
message
cool.
them if you
Hmm.
wanted. There was a crime solved by that where they discovered a serial killer because
Oh, well.
someone they had the DNA, and then someone their descendant uh did the ancestry test, and it was linked to that or something. Let me
Well,
see. Wait, where's my test? My ancestry feed. Okay, wait, there it is. Yo, this is a lot. So yeah, I'm 25% Scotland, 24% Japanese. I'm 1% Korean because my family lived in Korea
huh.
for a long time. So I'm 1% Korean.
Hmm.
But with the black people, it's
Yeah.
it's I'm 5% Congo, it's
I was gonna say, does
it's
it
a
go by
mix of everything.
country?
Yeah, it said okay.
That's cool.
25% Scotland, 24% Japanese, 16% Nigerian, 12% Cameroon, Congo, Western Bantu, 7% Benin, Togo, 3% Ivory
Oh,
Coast,
yeah.
Ghana, 3% Wales. I'm Welsh up in here. Okay.
Nice.
2% Senegal, 2% Mali, 2% Korean, 1% indigenous. Oh, I'm 1% native. I didn't know I was native up
Hey.
in here.
Hmm.
1% Baltic, 1% Germanic Europe, and 1% Irish. So yeah, I know I was pretty strongly Scottish because because I got a lot of a deep they were able to track that my history back. You should do it. It's only I think it's $99. It
Hmm.
tracks everything.
Didn't they have a leak recently, or was it just they got bought out by a bigger company, which was
What, a leak?
suspicious?
I mean, honestly, I don't care if people have my
I know, honestly,
people have my
I
DNA.
feel like maybe it has to do with being born around the time of or shortly after the Patriot Act. Where I'm just they know everything about me, they're listening to me all the time. But
They already
definitely
know.
probably should be more concerned with our privacy, but I'm just I don't know.
Wait, I'm about to
Like
send you the
I guess there's a
screenshot.
difference between the government having access to my stuff versus private corporations. But private corporations do too because every time there's a free service, they're collecting your data.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I don't know.
I just sent you the screenshot on Twitter.
Let's see.
Scotland, it's
That's cool.
I didn't know I
Wait, why
was
is it all
why is it what?
hmm? Why is the US and Canada all green? Is that for the indigenous Americas? Oh,
Yeah.
just because it's somewhere in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
1% indigenous America. 1% Baltics. Yeah, I guess it's just this general area.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let me see. I haven't been on this website in so long. I did this years ago.
Hmm.
Explore your traits, your fitness and nutrition traits based on your DNA. Yours would be like needs to cook.
Better than the cook. Um,
Yeah, I'm looking. But it's tight. You should do it, bro. That'd be
yeah.
an interesting topic. They like send you like a package in like a tube and you like spit inside of it and then
Hmm.
send it back and then they like do their little test of it or whatever. There was also I guess bringing this back to our last where like people finding out that they're related to their loved one like they they
Ooh.
like they get that they're like whoa we match like like hey
Whoa, that's crazy.
but it's like
Sorry, I
what do
keep
you
getting
even do in
distracted.
that scenario like you find
Yeah.
like you're like in a relationship like 5 years deep and
Hmm.
like whoa sister like
Hmm. Well, it is. This is really comical because it was already weird, but they in Veep, there's a character who marries his stepsister, knowing it's his ex stepsister. Used to be his stepsister, but his mom and her dad got divorced, and then he married her. But then he found out that it was actually his
what type
half
of show
sister.
was this like house
Yeah, it just was like a tiny side plot that really was mostly funny for one because this character is such like a I'm trying to think of a better word than like doofus, but he's just it's I don't know. It's so good. I can't recommend Veep enough. I recommend it all the time. It's so good, especially right now
I've never seen
because
Veep.
of the whole Kamala Harris thing. It might not be. I don't know how much of it is like. I think that it's really funny, and then also just happens to be about politics. So it has like it's just great.
I
But I
just
don't
know
know how.
Danny B tweets
Yeah.
like every other week Veep is a documentary. Like if you look at
Yeah.
like if you go to her page and type in Veep is a documentary, I'm like this is a this is
That's
a
funny,
comment
and she's
tweet.
also so right.
You
Mm.
just type in Veep is a documentary. There's like 5 tweets. Literally the only thing I know about Veep is that it is indeed a
It's a
documentary.
documentary. Yeah.
Like, the only thing with her with Julia Louise Dreyfus I've seen is Seinfeld, and I've seen Seinfeld so many times. I am a Seinfeld watcher. I sit there watching Seinfeld. I'm like this is like I feel like Seinfeld. I feel like Jake and Amir is almost like a not a rehash, but like it's within the
Hmm.
vein of Seinfeld. Like like it's that same type of like joke
Like
setup,
slice of life.
weird
Yeah.
characters, like like weird interactions that don't like no real plot lines. Just like oh, this is what we did today.
Hmm.
Like my one of my favorite episodes of Seinfeld is like when Kramer just decides he's never going to leave the shower. He just decides he's like I love being in the shower. He like makes food in the shower and that's just what he's doing the
That's
whole
so
time.
silly.
I'm like this is very Jake and Amir. Like I'm never leaving
Hmm.
the shower.
I need to stop getting distracted.
I'm just accustomed to I'm like I know you got like 50 tabs open. I know. Look, you know how many tabs I've got open? I've got 4 tabs open. That's it.
Crazy.
That's it. And I have like a $2,000 PC. So like I could have the tabs open. I have the power. I have the
Hmm.
capability to do so.
I'm also Never mind. I can't say that.
What's
But
going down? One take, Jake.
one take, Jake. I'm off my ADHD medication right now, so I'm just like, what's that? What's over there?
Oh yeah, ADHD. I feel like I have the opposite of ADHD. I feel like I'm too locked in.
Oh my god, I know.
I'm too locked in.
Oh my god. I need to be locked in. I
Whenever
used to. Well, yeah.
whenever people talk about neurodivergency, ADHD, anything like that, well, like people be just neurodivergency things. I did this and this. I'm like
Mhm.
I have the opposite of like, every time I see this, like I'm like I have the exact opposite of this. Like this is not. I don't relate to this in any way.
I'm
I'm
just the
just
epitome of neurotypical.
yes.
Medical.
I feel like
That's a funny thing to wear as a badge.
I'm
Just put that in your like Twitter bio, like neurotypical.
so neuro. I'm the
Mhm.
epitome of neurotypical. I'm the straightest man alive. I'm the epitome of heterosexual neurotypical.
Standard operator. Out the box. This is
All
fun.
that I didn't understand why people were putting like when people were putting the pronouns in the bios. I did not know what was happening. Like early on, like when this happened, I didn't know trans people.
Mhm.
I didn't know what was happening. I saw people putting she, her, he, him. I almost put gang slash stir in the Two Scoops bio. I was like, gangster.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was happening. I'm just like, this isn't my business. I
Mhm.
feel like I feel like I was like bred like I was supposed to be a right wing Republican, but like I never became that. I just don't care.
Yeah.
It's not my
Right.
business.
Just don't care. This is weird.
But yeah, oh yeah. So you ate. What have you eaten today? And how? When did you? How many hours did you sleep?
Oh god. Guys, I'm having some medical problems right now. You gotta understand that. I slept a lot. We'll just say that. Um, I slept many hours. And I have to get back to someone because I was like, I couldn't talk to them last night because I was doing something, and I was like, we can talk tomorrow in like the morning or like early afternoon. And then I didn't wake up until late afternoon. But
Oh man.
um, in terms of what I've eaten, I had some cottage cheese.
Yo.
Um, I'm gonna make something when we get off this call because I am kind of hungry. I don't know what I'm gonna make yet, but I'm gonna make something.
I had me
Let's
some
see what we have
chicken
in the kitchen.
wings. Some chicken wings. I made me a salad. I made me a massive salad. I
Oh,
was tearing
nice.
that salad up. I cut up the peppers. I cut up
Mm,
the tomatoes. I was like in there. I was mixing it up. I was like, this is the
very
perfect
nice.
salad. And I
Should go
had
for some.
oh yeah, and I had some dumplings, some like pork dumplings. Yes,
Nice.
delicious. I've been on that like I've been on not that I try to stay off the carbs, but I've been on low carb. I'm like keep the
Hmm.
carbs low. That's the key. More more energy, more. But I mean, if you cut all the carbs out, you're gonna be no energy because you need carbs for energy.
Hmm.
But if too many carbs, I feel like I just get all sluggish. So I'm like I just cut it low.
Hmm. Valid.
But you ate. You were eating on camera. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. Clap, clap, clap.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know if you were editing this, you would make an edit for that. I know, I know there
Yeah.
would be something.
There was a part of me that was like, should I ask you to, like, if we could shoot 15 minutes later, and then I would like make a dish and bring it up here. But I was like, I don't even want to. I don't even want to deal with that right now.
I would
I'll
be
do
so
it after.
proud. I would be like a proud father if you were like if you had a plate. I'd be
I was like, I don't
yo.
want a camera, but I should. Screw it. Eat on camera. Life is short.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, don't be a diddler.
Don't be a diddler.
He a fan. He a fan. He a fan.
He a fa. He a fa. He a fa.
when he's like when you're listening to that and you're rapping
Uh-huh.
along,
Mhm.
what are you saying? What are you saying?
Like at the N word,
Like
or
honestly I don't listen to diss tracks that much. I listened to that song in full maybe like 5 times. But I'm like, how did it even
just
say
like, what's
Drake?
up with these jabroni ass trying to see Compton? I would just not say anything.
Just a pause.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
But yeah, Cameron, talented. Cam is gifted. Cam out here making videos. Dude, I'd be watching. What were those like really? When I was editing, I guess that was the most editing I did for this. That was the first one I did with all those clips of your old.
Yeah.
Like, cringe tapes or whatever. I was like, dude, Cam is like 9 or 10 in this, and she's like has like the comedic like timing to to understand like that it's
Rings
funny to
on
be
shaking
this
'em.
way. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
you had it early, bro, and he was making music and everything. Talented Cam, bro. But yeah, don't diddle. Cam is Jewish. What makes the white happy makes the black so sad. the transition, don't diddle, Cam is Jewish.
Yeah. What is he talking about?